All right, guys, big weekend ahead, UFC 319 here in Chicago. I can't wait to be watching with some great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller Lite's the best. And
absolutely the best.
It's a great drink to accompany the event coming back to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast beers are back, too, if you're a soccer fan. Premier
Oh,
League
there you
starts
go.
This weekend.
Yep.
Oh, how's that?
It's going to be great.
For some Nottingham Forest beers?
Yeah.
Lights?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Little AJ Hudson's.
I'm a little excited for that as well. I went to AJ Hudson's a time or two last year.
There you go.
Yeah.
AJ Hudson's and a Miller Lite watching Liverpool versus Chelsea.
Those are teams.
Pretty good.
I just root against whoever Forest is playing.
Yeah.
So it's
Root against?
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You said you root against whoever Forrest is playing? Thank you.
Thank
you, Dave. Dave, appreciate the support.
Thank you, Dave. Miller Lite, the official beer of the Chicago Bears. Go to MillerLite.com/stretch to find delivery options near you. Or you could pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Also, guys, Stella Blue. This summer, stay cool with Stella Blue Coffee. Whether you have a bold, dark roast, indulgent flavors, or our newest variety, Miss Peaches, 100% Colombian, we've got a cold brew for everyone. Better, fresher cold brew at home in just 3 easy steps. Steep, refrigerate, enjoy. The best part, every purchase helps homeless pets find their forever homes. Grab Miss Peaches or any of our cold brew varieties and take advantage of the Stella Blue Coffee Back to School sale here through this Sunday, August 17th. 8 a.m. lectures don't care if you're tired, so we've got your back. Stock up now and save 20% on everything at StellaBlueCoffee.com on Amazon. All right, welcome to the Stretch interview episode. Today we are joined by Chase Hooper. He fights this weekend at UFC 319, facing Alexander Hernandez. Welcome in. Welcome to Chicago. How are you, man? How you feeling?
Good. I mean, it's nice and warm here, so I'm having a good time. And hey, it's been a good trip so far. And
did you just get in today? Today's Wednesday for people.
We got in yesterday at like noon.
Okay.
And,
so you saw the rainstorm.
Yeah.
Which you're used to being from the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah. It's just you guys got a little more of that, like, not quite Florida humidity, but you got more humidity. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's hot out here.
It does, yeah.
It's been a bad summer too. Have you seen any of the city at all? First time here, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, first time in Chicago. I walked to the Starbucks this morning, and cool. We walked to some like sandwich spot last night. I didn't eat anything, obviously. I'm still cutting weight, but got to watch everybody eat. Seems like they enjoyed it.
Nice. Well, I know we're excited to have you guys back. It's been forever since you guys have been in Chicago. So me and Dave, UFC fans, and we've just been chomping at the bit to get you guys back. So
yeah.
I think the crowd's going to be rocking for you on Saturday.
Yeah, I hope so. I keep having these fights in Vegas, and the crowds in Vegas are just awful.
Really?
Like, they're so entitled.
Yeah.
As far as like the arena, even if you're like halfway through the card, the arena's still like half full.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These people are like, because it's a lot of, rich people and stuff, or like influencers, whatever. I don't know, that go to these big cards in Vegas, and then they don't show up until like the main card starts. It's crazy to see. But like St. Louis, where I fought last year, Miami was great. Pretty much everywhere besides Vegas. They're just spoiled. They get great fights all the time.
Yeah, they get it. Not even just UFC. It's just boxing.
Yeah, boxing. It's
right,
a huge hub for everything. All these crazy events. So they're spoiled out there.
We're looking to show up for you.
Hopefully we do. Yeah, I know I said that.
I know. It better be full for the prelims. But you're in Chicago right now. How bad has it been to? We got your daughter over there. She can talk on the mic as much as she wants. It's great.
It's not that serious.
How hard has it been to avoid the food though? And what you said prior to hopping on, you have about 19 pounds of cut still.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know. It's just short discipline. Like I've been dieting this whole camp, and this is just the last couple days of it. It's gonna suck a lot more when I can't drink anything. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
It goes from like chugging like 2 gallons of water a day to like tomorrow I drink nothing.
Yeah.
You go from like wanting just all the food you can get to being like all I want is water, and I don't know. I don't mind watching other people eat. Like, that doesn't really bug me too much. I kind of enjoy it. Like, I heard the Kardashians will, like, smell the food a little bit, just get a whiff of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
and not
get
eat
on
it.
some of that action. Yeah.
I feel like that'd be worse.
Yeah.
To be honest, walking through, like.
I'll get, like, on, like, my Instagram algorithm switches all to, like, food videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll just
It's
keep sending my wife.
subconscious.
Yeah, I'll just keep sending
right.
recipes. They're like, oh, we're going to make all this.
Do you have, like, an instant food you need once the weight cut's over, or do you keep it pretty clean?
I'm a pretty big candy guy. Okay. So I've tried to switch my mentality. Like, I've had fights earlier in my career where I was like, I'm just going to eat as much as I possibly can. Where now I try to, like, I'm rewarding myself on Friday for the weight cut. So that's where I'll eat, like, the sweets and stuff. Like, I'm going to get some cookies for sure. Love me some chocolate croissants. Candy, like all the candy, all the M&Ms. I'm a big chocolate guy. And then Saturday, I'll taper it back. And then, like, I'll have, eggs and stuff in the morning, and then just keep it clean until after the fight, and then again reward myself for that.
Yeah. How much will you put back on after the weigh-in tomorrow, or today, I guess, because this is coming out Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I have got up to the 180 mark before, or even above that, so 182, 183. It's crazy what your body can do, and with the UFC's help for the dietitians and stuff, they just shed all that water, and then you put it right back on. They give you a little creatine, and you're good to go the next day.
I want to take it back to the kind of, so you started MMA at 8, from what I read, right?
Yeah.
And you entered UFC at 20. You were known as the teenage dream. You dropped the teenage part. Obviously, you're not teenage anymore. You still got that boyish look. How much has that played into your kind of brand, I guess?
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things in the UFC.
Totally.
As opposed to, I think a lot of other traditional sports like NFL, MLB, especially NFL, where they're wearing the helmets.
You don't see much.
You don't get as much of the personality, where this is entertainment at the end of the day. It's a sport, but it's also very heavy on the entertainment side. So you need to have something that sets you apart. I've always thought that the worst thing in this sport is for nobody to care about who you are, what you're doing. That's where you see these guys getting stuck, the very first couple fights. Nobody cares about their fights, whatever, even if they win. So it's either you have a personality thing, or you have, just a crazy skill set. I'm hoping to get both, obviously. But yeah, I think it sets me apart. If you picture an MMA fighter, you're beard, maybe a bald head, maybe not, bad hairline probably, and a ton of tattoos, I don't look like that. I'm not the traditional fighter, and I don't fight that way either. I don't fight the traditional MMA fighter. So I think that hopefully, keeps people interested, just something a little different. Same thing with O'Malley, same thing with Patty.
Right.
This dude's got a crazy haircut,
bowl cut thing, yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
Maybe I'll switch to that sometime.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be funny.
When did you know that, hey, this is not just fun, this could actually be a career for me?
I never thought fighting was fun, at least in the I always enjoy the training, but up until the last couple fights, I hated the fight. I hated fighting. I like the money, and I like being able to pay my bills and not have to work a regular job. And again, the lifestyle that it provides. But here with this kind of stint at lightweight, I'm really falling into figuring out how to enjoy it, how to enjoy the process. My first fight ever, my first amateur fight, I literally felt I was being walked to my death, being walked to the electric chair, that type of thing. I was so scared, and just the adrenaline dump was crazy, and I was just I didn't like that at all. I thought I was gonna lose. I won, and then
So do you just hate the nerves that come with it, or do you hate just being in the middle of all those people? Do you hate getting hurt? Do you hate hurting people? What's the big thing that you hate about it?
I would say I really at the start, honestly, I enjoyed hurting people. Now I'm kind of indifferent to it, but no, it was definitely the nerves. It's more especially in the early days, it wasn't even oh, what is everybody else going to think? It's the pressure that I put on myself, which is, again, fighting is 90% mental, and then 10% is the fight, and then, making these little adjustments and little decisions in the fight. So yeah, it's kind of a funny thing, but honestly, I'm past all that now. I got really into sports psychology, that type of stuff, and just shifting mentalities. I kind of, it's kind of stupid to say, but I stopped thinking of it as a fight. I started thinking of it as a competition, you
kind of need to, right? If you say it's 90% mental and you're walking in there and you need to be able to dial up what's next or what's coming next.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about walking into your death, that's not good for that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen, and that's the nice thing I think about having I'm in a smaller gym. We have a really intimate team of 8 to 10 guys. And, some of these bigger gyms, I've seen, ranked guys, I've watched them spar and then get the piss beaten out of them, right before their fight. And then I watch them just get dog walked when they're in the fight.
Yeah.
And then I think it's all about the confidence. you need to feel going in there that you're invincible, that you're doing everything right. And just kind of trying to focus on that has been great for me. These last 5 fights at lightweight so far have felt great. I feel like I'm really hitting my stride, and we're trying to keep that going.
I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I guess when you're training and you're working on all this technical skill set stuff, especially for you, you're a grappler or a jiu-jitsu guy. How hard is it to stay the course in your training when you get into the ring compared to, like, is it just like, all right, let's fight. And is it just like all bets are off, or do you have to just laser focus on staying within yourself?
Honestly, I am of the school of thought that, like once it's kind of awkward when you're standing in there and they're doing the names and you're like, okay, like, do the flex or something. Don't look like a dork, whatever. And then, once the ref says go, it's still kind of awkward. There's still like a weird tension. But once that first like exchange happens, the first time you either hit them or they hit you, like you're off.
Yeah.
You're just tunnel vision. It's on autopilot really at that point. So that's kind of my thought is like, I try to do a lot of the training beforehand, and even in the back before the fight, like we'll be honestly like just short of sparring. Like I'm beating the hell out of my teammate. I apologize to him after, but like I like to get like a sparring session in before I even go out and fight. Like just because I like to just run through and like remember like, okay, I do know how to do this. But once you're in there, it's all it's all autopilot pretty much. And then I feel like I have little bouts of consciousness, I'll call it, like weird little moments where it slows down and you're like, oh, like like, oh, you're not gonna get that, whatever, like, oh, maybe I should try this, that, whatever, like little light bulb flashes. But other than that, it's like it goes so fast.
If you started at 8, who was your like UFC hero growing up?
Yeah, so my UFC hero and still the only fighter I've ever asked to take a picture with was Chuck Liddell. The OG. I used to have a mohawk back in the day too. I don't fight anything like Chuck Liddell, but hey, the mohawk just grabbed my attention.
Yeah. For sure. Who's didn't it? I mean, he was definitely.
That was
at least
well
pop
before
culture wise, like
totally
he's one of the biggest of all time.
Yeah,
like
he had a whole Entourage episode. Like
sure.
That was, I started following UFC during the pandemic, and he superseded all celebrity in UFC. Like he was just one of those guys, and like everybody knew him. So what are we looking like for this weekend? You got Alex Hernandez. He can crack a little bit.
Sure.
What's the game plan?
Try not to get knocked out. I think that's probably that's goal number one. No, I think honestly he's so short though, like, not to overlook him, but I'm either a guy that wants to be all the way in or all the way out of the pocket. So I don't want to be fighting in his range. He's a really good boxer for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to, crack him as he comes in and get in on the grappling, or, keep him far out and just kind of bully him from the outside. Like the big brother, like put my hand on his head type of thing. And I mean, we'll see what I can do. That's the fun part is that's the part I'm starting to enjoy is problem solving. Like, because each opponent, it's a little different. Like we're watching the tape and we're trying to figure out like, okay, how does this guy do against other tall guys? How does he do against left-handed guys? Since I'm both of those, sometimes it's hard to find a good match. But I feel like we found some really good bullet points of potential things we can exploit. But the fun part is he's trying to do the same thing. So, hey, we'll see on Saturday.
At one point, he was scheduled to fight Islam, I believe it was.
Huh.
Was it Islam?
I'm not sure.
Back in 2020, Islam got sick. I think it was Islam.
I just know that division is loaded.
It's so loaded. Sure. It is the best division in UFC.
Yeah,
it is.
Who do you watch and you're like,
yeah,
wow.
Honestly, I was really impressed with Patty's last fight. Really, anybody in the top 15 is solid in most of the UFC divisions. Not so much heavyweight, middleweight, whatever. But 35, 45, 55 are the most stacked right now.
Totally.
35 is really making a come up. Marab is insane. I remember watching
he's insane.
I watched his Peter Yan fight.
Cardio. Yeah. Fuck.
100%. That's kind of the goal. I'm trying to get up there. I was trying to wait on the swearing. I wasn't sure.
You can say, I mean, she's just trying to for your daughter, right?
That's what he was worried. Actually, he's being courteous. That's nice for the first time I've seen that. He does have some manners, folks. Sorry.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, he's dirty, Marab. It's honestly just watching, and that Ilya is like.
Yeah. Ilya, he's a nice guy, but it's just, I don't know what it is about him. Maybe he just looks like a lot of the villain characters in like, the 80s, 90s,
He kind of does, movies. Yeah.
And then he's just killing all these legends, like Max Holloway, Volkanovski, Charles Oliveira.
Voice for Volk, right?
Yeah, it just makes you not want to support that, I guess.
Vuori, it is incredibly versatile and comfortable, perfect for whatever your day brings, designed to look great beyond the gym. Whether you're running errands, heading to the office, or meeting up with friends, the core short is the short that started it all for Vuori. Soft, lightweight, 4-way performance stretch, moves with you, no restriction. The breathable boxer brief liner allows built-in comfort and support. We love Vuori here.
I love Vuori. We have camp coming up next week.
Yep.
I got my bathing suit at Vuori too. So they really have everything that you need right there. So I highly, highly recommend checking them out.
You're going to swim faster in that thing.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/stretch. That's VUORI.com/stretch. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/stretch and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions do apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Get some Vuori. All right, this episode is also brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Flash IV delivers faster, longer-lasting hydration with over 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes and no artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners like those other drinks. So whether you're training, traveling, or just feeling the heat, work hard with Body Armor Flash IV.
I just loaded one up.
What flavor you got over there?
It's strawberry kiwi, and it is delicious.
Awesome. I'm gonna load it up too with my next water bottle that I grab. I got the tropical punch here. I love this one too. This one's really good.
I don't think I've had that one.
No, I like this one. I think they're both good. I think I'm tropical punch over, which I would never think so because
strawberry kiwi is.
It's such a classic flavor.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
It's such a classic flavor. But don't sleep on the tropical punch. But yeah, hydrate hard with Body Armor Flash IV and grab yours today at your local 7-Eleven convenience store. It's that simple. You could find Body Armor everywhere. But make sure you're trying this Flash IV kind. It's great. It's got electrolytes, potassium, sodium. It's got
sugar.
It's got everything you need.
Yeah,
got everything you need.
That was kind of gonna be how I want to start the interview. So like we had talked about how you got to like build a brand, and obviously there's the guys that have built a brand on being trash talkers. You are the opposite of that, at least from what I see on Twitter and everything. You're just like a nice kid, nice guy. Like it's weird because you see a UFC fighter, MMA fighter, doesn't matter UFC or not, and you just assume they're psychopaths, and you're not.
I don't even think so. Like I think you watch a GSP interview, like he's the most like well spoken, like kind of normal guy, but he's one of the goats.
Yeah, I mean, again, like. I think a lot of it's about being genuine. Like the fans can really tell that. Like
they absolutely can.
You look at like a Colby Covington or like a Cejudo trash talk. You're like, they're kind of putting it on a little thick. And like I know because I've interacted with both of those guys. Yeah. Like they're really low key. They're really mellow. But they're kind of going for the WWE thing of like really pumping it up. Where I don't know. For me, it's like if I were to just be like, oh, you're garbage. I'm gonna knock your head off. It's like that's not who I am. And like. I don't know. I don't have enough confidence. If I go in there and get starched, I don't want these clips of me like Hernandez in the Cerrone fight where he's like, you're an old man, you suck, I'm going to knock you out. And then, the opposite happens. So I guess part of it's like saving my ego thing. But the other part, I don't know, I'm a pretty nice guy.
But it's such a hard aspect of the sport where you need to be entertaining as well as good.
Yeah.
Is that kind of, or you could be one or the other totally and kind of sell on that. But, you're training so hard to just, beat someone in a fight. Yeah. That other aspect is got to be, I think you attack it the right way. You're just being genuine, be yourself, and that's kind of what, is going to work the best. But it's got to be kind of daunting to think, well, should I be doing more of this or should I be doing more of that while you're preparing for a fight?
Yeah, I one of the sports psychology books was like essentially like it was talking about, NBA guys where it's like a lot of these guys want like, oh, I need this brand deal. I need to, have this many followers, this, that, whatever. It's like put the work in and then the brand will kind of develop itself. Yep. Like if I just keep winning fights and, maybe I say a funny thing on the mic here and there, that's the thing. You can get wherever you want in this sport by just winning fights. It might take you a little longer if you're doing it like Bilal or like a, respected Bilal. I like him.
I like Bilal too.
I like Bilal. He's a nice guy. But, like that grappling style that is not as fan-friendly, or even a Merab in some of these earlier fights, like it's just going to take you longer to get to the top versus a Sean O'Malley, a Paddy Pimblett. Yep. These guys that have fun styles. Even Paddy's grappling is entertaining to watch. And that's kind of the goal for my end is like, I don't want to just hold guys down. I want to, be ripping these subs off. I want to be beating them up on the ground. And, again, be entertaining in the cage and everything else will follow.
Is there anybody that you may or may not have, you're like, man, I'd just like to get a piece of that guy?
I would love the Paddy fight someday. Honestly, I'm really curious because I know he's a really good grappler, and I consider myself the same.
You are?
And I would like to just see how that shakes out. Like, I'm kind of beyond the ego point of it, where, I guess I understand, too, that he's just in such a elevated position right now. Like, he's not wrong. Like, he's 1 or 2 steps maybe away from a title shot. If people get hurt, people fall out, he could be next up. Like, you just never know. But I would love that fight someday, and I think, he's a good dude, so am I. So I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. I got to run to another show, though, but this is great. Awesome. You're the man. I can't wait to watch you Saturday. But, yeah, you keep going.
Yeah. I think it was Emily. Emily, you were in here when I was watching his Contender Series fight this morning, right? So have you rewatched that fight at all?
It's been years probably.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up again. But the comments were hilarious. Do you know what I'm getting at right now?
Not quite.
So, all right. You ended up winning the fight. I'm blanking on who the guy's name was. This is back in 2020. But the first round, you got cracked in the face a bunch.
Yeah.
And the comments are all like, block your opponent's punches with your face until he gets tired. Classic.
Yeah. It's very much like the Simpsons.
When you refuse to give up your it's just like the Simpsons. Homer Simpson, he wins the heavyweight title against Tyson, was it? Right?
Yeah.
Do you even feel it when you eat those punches?
No. It's funny. Like that fight, I got a cut, and I've got cuts before in fights, and it just feels like a little rug burn, honestly. Like a little and then maybe you'll like touch your glove, and you're like, damn it, like got a cut. The only stuff that really sucks is body shots.
Yeah.
Like if you even getting punched in the face, like your adrenaline helps you out so much. It's your body's natural, performance enhancing drug is the adrenaline, and it helps with pain tolerance. It helps with, just getting you to that next level. You're stronger in the fight. So it's crazy just what the adrenaline will do. But the body shots will kind of kill that a little bit.
Who's giving you the best liver shot?
Thankfully, honestly, I haven't taken too many body shots. I took a body shot in it was actually the fight that got me on Contender. I took a 5-round title fight on 2 hours notice, cause they offered me $2,500 flat, and I was 18 at the time.
Sold.
Yeah. Me and my wife were paying the bills. We were living on our own, and I was like, that's a lot of money. And, went all 5 rounds, but right at the end of like the third one, he kneed me right in the body, and I was like, oh. But thankfully, again, end of the round, so we got to rest a little bit.
When are we gonna get that first walk-off knockout that for you?
Yeah,
like, I'm calling just you one hit quit. Ref waves it.
I'm hoping Saturday. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's one of those things where honestly, the last fight, the Jim Miller fight, I really felt like I should have stood up with him a little more, but just like even in the moment, I was like, maybe I should fight with him, on the feet a little more. I felt like I was just so much longer, and I could see everything coming. Like his reaction time was a lot slower than mine. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and test it out on the feet a little more on Saturday, but I'm a grappler at heart, and I don't like getting knocked out, so we're gonna try and keep that from happening again.
How many times have you been knocked out?
The one time was a TKO. That was my last fight at 145. That weight cut killed me.
Yeah.
But so did Steve. It's Steve Garcia who just beat Calvin Kattar, actually. So he's been on a crazy win streak. It's that loss has aged pretty well. Honestly, they brought me to the hospital after, and they got like a MRI or like a CT scan, whatever. And they're like, yeah, you don't have a concussion. We're like really surprised by that. So maybe I'm just built different.
Iron jaw.
Maybe I'm just built different.
You got that iron jaw.
I kept getting back up until they wouldn't let me get up again. So,
so you win Saturday, take a couple month breather, get back in the ring. Next year, there's been a big announcement. We got a White House card coming. You want to be on that?
It sounds like a lot of hassle. I don't know. It would be cool for sure. Like, I don't even care about the politics side, but just as the historic.
Of course, yeah. I'm not talking politics at all, yeah.
We could do that if you want. Just kidding. No, I think it'd be awesome, but because he was at the Miami card that I was on in April, and it was crazy. Like, the Secret Service was all around the building. Like, they have the, bomb dogs and stuff, everywhere, and they're like opening the hoods up of like all the cars, like the ones that we were in, like the ones transporting the fighters. You see dudes walking around with, ARs and, sniper rifles and stuff.
So it might be a huge pain in the ass.
It was definitely a pain. Yeah. After my fight, they were like, you can't leave. You can't leave until Trump gets seated, because they closed off all the streets in Miami so that they could get, the motorcade in there. So they put me in like a little tent area, and Volkanovski was getting ready for his fight, or he was just hanging out because he was main event, and had a peanut butter and jelly while I was waiting. So maybe, if they provide more of the food, I wouldn't be too opposed to the White House card.
He's known for providing McDonald's, right? Yeah, the
McDonald's, Wendy's, all the fast food burgers,
all the best for all the like NCAA champions and all that.
All right.
What's your take of the heavyweight division right now with all the I was gonna swear, I'm not. Trash going around. Between Aspinall, John Jones, Dana White, the White House, the retirement, the unretirement, the drug testing, all of that.
Yeah, I mean, John Jones is John Jones, and he's the best athlete in the world, but he's not one of the best human beings in the world.
Totally.
I think that's pretty easy to say. So it's one of those things where I have to respect him as an athlete, but I'm not the biggest fan of him as an individual. And I don't know. He's probably earned the right to call his shots a little bit.
Yeah.
But Tom Aspinall is the only person, I believe, ever to successfully defend an interim belt. Like, if you're defending a belt, like, you should be the champ. The interim should be like, okay, the champ got hurt. We want you to just kind of seal your deal as being, the next guy up. Yep. You shouldn't have to keep fighting with that belt. So I'm definitely in Aspinall's corner as far as that goes. And I don't know. I still want to see that fight, and I don't want to wait until July to see it.
Of course. As a UFC MMA fan yourself, I'm sure you just want to see it, right? And
yeah.
That's what the most frustrating part to me as a fan is that we just want to see the fight.
Yeah, and it's just dragging it out so much.
Right.
And it's stalling the rest of these divisions.
That's the trickle-down effect with it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not a good time.
Who do you like in the main event this weekend?
I signed posters next to Hamzat, and he had a whole gang of guys with him, so I think it's going to be hard to pick against him. I don't want these guys to, get some Chechen Mafia stuff on me, but I would like to see Dricus, against a grappler like this. Like, this is such a fun matchup. But, damn,
it's yin and yang. It's like, it's different. Yeah.
I've never really seen a guy snap somebody's jaw just by squeezing their face, so that's kind of makes it hard to pick against that guy. And Hamzat's so relentless. But I would say I want Dricus to win, but I could definitely be pretty confident seeing Hamzat.
Yeah, I don't see him losing, and I don't know. Like, I just don't see him losing. I can't really put words to why. He's just that good, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard because these guys, some of them just look invincible. A lot of the Russian, Dagestani, Chechens.
Never bet against them. Don't do it.
Yeah, you look at even Shavkat, right?
Animal.
Yeah. Thankfully, hopefully they keep Islam out of 155, put him up to 170, and keep him there.
Keep him there. Then I guess we'll just kind of wrap up here. You guys.
I've actually got a question too. It's kind of a little bit of a different swing of our subject here, but something I've always wondered is like other sports like football, basketball, baseball. There's like a route if you're a kid to get to the pros, right? You know how to get there.
This is a great question.
If you're gonna be like a UFC fighter, I know you started at 8 years old. Can you maybe kind of like walk us through like how you start as an 8-year-old kid, get into fighting, and then now you're here, fighting in the UFC?
Yeah, it's interesting because I think the standards for getting into the UFC are probably the lowest of any professional sporting league, and besides slap fighting and bare knuckle boxing. And
so you just had to be a 300-pound truck driver in like Idaho for the slap fighting.
Yeah, or just a really terrible MMA fighter. I've seen a lot of those. Okay, my buddy Elijah, Snack Panther, we call him. He's a heavyweight. He's 4-1 now. He's fighting on Contender Series. Not next week, but the week after. Like, he's been training for maybe 2 to 3 years.
Oh,
he was a cop. He was in the military. All this stuff, and then he just picked up training. 2 or 3 years later. Especially the heavyweight division, because they're really trying to get those guys. Just win fights, win 4 or 5 fights. It's kind of a little easier now with you start at amateur, win some fights, go pro, win some fights locally, maybe jump on some of these Fight Pass shows like the LFA shows, CFFC, these bigger, more elevated organizations that have ties already to the UFC. And then it's either you get on the Ultimate Fighter, you get on the Contender Series, or you get a short notice call, and which that's probably the least preferred option, because it's usually going to be a crazy matchup on, again, short notice. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier than people would think. Like, I had some guys come in and they were like, oh, all I want to do is be a professional fighter someday. I'm like, all you need to do is pay $25 to the state, and you have your license as a professional fighter. Like, maybe raise your expectations, raise your goals a little bit, because it's not that difficult,
I gotta imagine though, like you said, it's out of all the professional sports right now that it's the easiest to become pro, and obviously if you can just sign up, it makes it that easy. But I gotta imagine with the popularity of UFC, especially since the pandemic, because that's when I would say it really, really started to take off, and people like me started oh, what's that? That's a pretty cool sport, It's gotta be not nearly as watered down as it used to be, right?
Yeah, honestly, I would say the downside is if you look at the OG UFC days, you have these Randy Couture's, these guys that would they're like, I'm fighting the toughest guy. It didn't really matter if you won or lost. It's just, did you have a good fight? Are you entertaining? Whatever. We're now, especially on the local scene, you're getting guys that are kind of taking the boxing route. They're fighting scrubs for, 5 to 10 fights. And then it's first round knockout. And then they fight somebody that's tough, and then they lose. So you're getting a lot of people really trying to protect their record versus, again, just fighting the toughest guys. So that's kind of the one downside of it. But no, I mean, the sport getting more popular is great. The rising tide raises all ships. And all that.
Yeah. Now you have a daughter. Are you gonna? Is this something you would tell your kids, maybe kids, to go the path to take?
No, if I do this thing right, my kids will never have to fight. Even if I had a son, I wouldn't want him to do it.
No? See, I'm the opposite. If I have kids, so I played baseball, football. I wanted to wrestle my senior year at high school, but my baseball coach wouldn't let me. And I wanted to do it knowing I'd get my ass kicked, never having done it. And I just want to do it to stay in shape, work on core strength, all that. And I lost my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. She's adorable.
Quiet on set.
Where was I going, Lance?
I'm not exactly sure, but another question I had, I guess, on that same note. Go ahead.
I that was what I was going to say. I would want my kids, 8 years old, wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, doesn't matter. Go down to, because there's a million of them, just karate dojo right here.
Yeah. I would want my daughter to do jiu-jitsu, but I would feel that I failed as a father if she decided to take the MMA path.
I got you.
MMA fighters and strippers are not that different, We're just dancing around in our underwear, trying to get a couple bucks here and there.
You say it like that.
Hey, I would prefer if she, did something else. But jiu-jitsu is great. I want her to know how to defend herself.
Yep.
But maybe not the cage fighting.
Now, I have a question for your wife. If you'd want to hop on the mic, you don't have to.
Hop on.
That one's hot over there if you want to pull it to you. If not, totally cool. But I just want to know, since you're in here, what's it like going ringside for a fight and watching your husband get his face, just the other guy, then the other side of the ring trying to kill your husband?
Yeah, the Contender one was the first one I went to in person, and everyone before that, except for the one right before that, was the only one he made it all the way through. But before that, all of them were first round finishes. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be fine. And then he got just the crap beat out of him the whole first 5 minutes. There's videos of me, I'm crying in the audience. But yeah, now it's getting easier. now that he's on a good win streak and like the finances are good but not so rocky, you know. The pressure's down a little bit, and like it's more fun to just like watch him do his thing. So yeah, it's gotten a little bit easier, but it was
as the paychecks grow, you're allowed to get beat up all the more often. So
yeah. Hey.
I guess that's pretty much all I got, Lance. What do you any parting words?
Good luck this Saturday. We'll be rooting for you, and let's fucking go.
Yeah, Lance and I are looking for tickets if you happen to have any. Just
That's
saying. As is Ed, but crush him this weekend. Thanks for. And I know you're a Barstool fan too. So we always like rooting for one of our own. So
appreciate it.
And are you gonna do the gauntlet today?
And
on the yak?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, we'll end there. Guys, that was Chase Hooper. He's going to win tomorrow. Today is Friday when this drops, and he is going to win. I'm calling it. I'm betting you to have your first knockout.
Hey, let's hope. Let's hope.
One hit quit.
That'd be nice.
Actually, one more question. Can we get you to point to the middle of the ring like Holloway?
Oh, I'll see what I can do. I'll do the who did that? I'll do the Poirier, like where he tried to do it against Poirier, and then he just he shot at the end. Yeah, I don't know if I can commit to that very well, especially against a short guy, you know.
Who's a boxer, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I can do.
See what you can do. Guys, Chase Hooper, and that's the stretch.